I'm 40 years old and I almost quit coaching. If you're in your 30s and you're building a business that's starting to drain you, continue watching. So you probably think, okay, I built a business that should give me more free time, but you're actually finding that you're just even more overloaded mentally, physically, energetically, spiritually. A lot of people I see do this. They build a business thinking it's going to solve all their problems. In fact, there's a really good book called The E-Myth Perspective that I highly recommend that you read. Talks about how a lot of entrepreneurs, they have a job, then they think, oh, I'll start my own business, and this is going to give me more freedom. When in actual fact, you've got to be a leader. You've got to do finances, hire, sales, marketing, management. You've got to do all the functions of the business, and it just ends up taking over your life. So you end up finding that, okay, I'm 40 now, getting to my 30s, and I've built this business, which I thought was going to give me more freedom, but it's actually just draining me even more. Why is that? So I'm going to show you the mindset shift that helped me stop feeling trapped in my own business, helped me start feeling clear, calm, and fulfilled again. I'm really good at taking complex things and breaking them down into really simple structures. My structure follows 4 things. That's it. Relaxation, savor, which is selfless contribution, forgiveness, and gratitude. This really helps center all the different 4 aspects of yourself: physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. But how did I get to this point? Why didn't I do this when I was in my 20s or even as a teenager? I was constantly chasing things. Naturally, I had a few traumatic experiences growing up, and it just made me want to overcome that. I was running away from it, thinking if I get this, I'll feel better. If I become this person, I will feel better. If I do this, I will feel better. Just chasing, just feeling a lot of lack inside of me. And then once I got these results, I was like, oh, I should feel better now. But guess what? I don't. I really had everything that I wanted. I was very healthy, had success, had a bit of money, had great relationships, wife, kids, thinking everything is amazing. But inside, I just felt something was missing. So all these things that I did, I'm not saying they're a waste of time, like getting mentored by Tony Robbins, having gurus as spiritual mentors, joining sales and marketing masterminds, hanging around people that are also high achievers. I've met some of the best friends in my life. I've really built the life of my dreams. But all of that is pointless if you're not able to sustain it from the inside. A lot of people think, I have to get this, and then I'll feel happy. But if you start to lose a bit of money, lose a relationship, lose a bit of health or energy, your whole world comes tumbling down. So you really need to find a sustainable way where your external environment is not impacting you. Instead, you are impacting your environment. This is the dream. I don't want you to be doing more, or think I need to get more, I need to be more. I want you to say 3 things at the moment. I'm doing enough, I am enough, and I have enough. Once you say this and you really receive from God, the universe, I'm going to show you how to do this. Once you really receive, then you have so much to give. Whereas you might find you're just giving, and you might be getting a little bit of the results that you want, but it's not sustainable because you only have so much to give. Your humanness only has so much to give. When you're receiving from the universe, from God, you'll have unlimited energy and you'll have so much to give. It'll feel effortless. You'll be doing so much. You'll be being so much. You'll be getting so much. It'll be effortless. I'm going to show you how to do this. So your business, and then also your health, your relationships, it's all a reflection of your internal state. Okay, so if you don't feel that you have enough, if you don't feel you have enough like physicality inside of you, then you won't have enough clients. You won't have enough money. You won't think your product is any good. You won't think that you're doing enough, even though you're working crazy hours. You'll always feel like you're not enough. You're not doing enough, that you don't have enough. So that internal state is super important. You don't want to rely on getting stuff, putting out so many hours, trying to be the best person that you can be. This is all important, but it comes from the inside out, not from the outside in. And so there's some very simple practices that we need to do to really help us stay centered on the inside. I myself, I was always about extremes. I'd overdo things. I'd try to be the best person I can be, get as much as I can, do as much as I can, but then I'd really crash. I'd really crash down. Okay, so you want to kind of be in that middle area where you're just kind of steadily producing and just creating things all the time. And then you'll see it's a marathon. It's not a race. It's when you think it's a race and you're very impatient. In fact, I see impatience as probably one of the biggest problems with people in business. They're too impatient to get what they want. If you look at the best businesses, they really have a long-term vision. I think it's a great quote from Alex Hormozy where he says, I might butcher this, but he says, people underestimate what they can do in a year, then overestimate what they can do in 10 years. Maybe it's the other way around. But it's all about having a long-term horizon instead of a short-term thing. So people think in like 1 year, but yeah, they overestimate what they can do in 1 year, then underestimate what they can do in 10 years. So have that long-term vision. It's not a race. And one of the things I'm going to teach you is all about relaxation. You need to relax. If you're not relaxed, then nothing's going to come to you. I love to use this analogy of somebody standing in a stream and they're trying to catch a fish. And if you're like just splashing about in this river or stream, the fish are going to run away from you. So this metaphor, the fish is life, and then you standing in the stream is your body, thoughts, and emotions. And if you're moving too much, if you're thinking too much, if your emotions are all over the place, life, the fish, they're going to run away from you. If you stay really still and believe that your body is fine, your emotions are fine, your thoughts are fine, the fish and life, they're going to come towards you. And it's amazing. This business that you've built, even though you feel like I'm in my 30s, my 40s, it's not the end result, okay? It's all about inside of you reflects onto the outside. Don't try to build something that will make you happy on the inside. So what are the disciplines that we need to do to make sure that our internal state is just on point all the time? It starts with relaxation. Really relaxing. So the different aspects of yourself, your body, your mind, your emotions, they can feel super abundant. So you feel so full, yet so empty at the same time. And what I mean by that is that when you relax and surrender and feel all this light, all this energy coming inside of you, your body will feel so full. Your heart, your emotions will feel so full. Your mind will feel so full. But it'll also be empty of all of these labels, all these categories, all these things that you need to have. So relaxation is really going to help you contribute more, forgive more, and be grateful for everything that you have. Those are the 4 things: relaxation, contribution, forgiveness, and gratitude. I have some routines I do every day to make sure I'm practicing that, and that way I'm just so chill all the time. I'm able to give all the time. I'm forgiving myself, I'm forgiving others, not holding any grudges or any resentment towards people or things in my life. And I always see so much around me. There's always so much I can create all the time. So when you just feel like this, and you're thinking like this and doing like this on the inside, life just comes to you. It feels effortless. So like I said, I've done another video on this where I talk about my internal system, which is 4 things, and my external system, which is 8 things, okay? So you just gotta follow these all the time. I'm always relaxing. And relaxation, you can do a lot of that through breath and just closing your eyes. And then the contribution, it's just selflessly giving, not being transactional, thinking, oh, I'll do a service for you and you'll pay me in return. Just give. Just give, like I'm doing on this video. I'm just giving you free tips, free advice, and it's going to come back to me. And there's also in other areas too. Everyone I interact with, I'm just giving, and it comes back to me naturally. And if it doesn't, I move on. Because I'm not focused on other people, focused on myself, and I attract the right things towards me. So you can really get your state good through relaxation, through breath and closing your eyes, contribution, just by giving selflessly, not expecting anything in return. And also forgiveness, just really being devoted to people, not labeling them as good or bad. I must have them or they must be out of my life. Forgive all the time. Forgive yourself for anything you haven't done, any bad emotions you're feeling, any bad thoughts you're having. Forgive yourself. And then forgive others too. It's going to bring a lot of peace into your life. And then finally, gratitude. Be grateful, like the air you're breathing. I've got this camera, I have lights, I have a microphone. I just looked into the lights and I feel blinded, actually. Probably shouldn't be that grateful, but just be so grateful for everything that you have. I really like to look at the contrasts in life. There's light or darkness. There's love or hate. There's energy or stagnation. There's abundance or lack. It's those four things. And once you master those four things and have a consistent practice, you'll find yourself not going into extremes, like trying to just go all out and then crash, all out and then crash. Just staying steady, very stable and very steady. And so once you practice these things over and over again, you're going to find yourself so chill, okay? And you'll find yourself being able to take action over and over again and create good emotion over and over again, so you actually want to do it instead of forcing yourself to do it. And then believing things are possible as well. One of my mentors used a framework where he said, if you're here and the person you want to be is over here, there's only four things stopping you. There's beliefs, skills, disciplines, and personality traits. Okay, so I talk about patterns of four a lot. Life's all about pattern recognition. I just see all these patterns all the time. So if you're here and you want to get here, the only four things stopping you are beliefs, skills, disciplines, and personality traits. So personality traits are your emotions. Okay, so what kind of person do you need to be? So I hear people talk a lot about identity. So identity is very important, but not being too attached to the identity. Being able to create an identity and emotions from scratch over and over again, emptying yourself of it so you're not too attached to it. If you get very attached to these identities, then it's going to bog you down and your energy is going to get really low and become stagnated. So there's personality traits. The next one is beliefs. Beliefs are super important, and that's actually embedded in your body, in your organs. So your liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, thyroid, brain. Your beliefs are in there. Like all these emotions and thoughts and actions that you take, it settles into your body. Like your body has memory in it. Okay, so your beliefs come from there. So a lot of these processes I'm talking about, forgiveness, gratitude, relaxation, you need to do this to heal your body, heal your organs. Okay, and then your beliefs will start to change. You can't just write down, oh, these are my new beliefs. You need to heal your body because your beliefs are stored in your body. I have some practices that I'm going to show you on how to do this. That's what I've talked about, beliefs, personality traits. Next is disciplines. Okay, so discipline is not what people think. Like, oh, I'm just going to be super consistent all the time, super hard. Discipline with relaxation. Not going too hard, not going too slow, just going nice and steady. It's all about pace. Discipline's all about pace. Pacing yourself, being gentle, graceful. Feeling bad emotions? Do it gracefully. Bad thoughts, not feeling good in your body, experience it, do it gracefully. Whatever's happening, just do it with grace, at a good pace. Okay? Don't get impatient. Don't get lackadaisical. Just do it gracefully. So that's discipline. And then the final one is skills. So skill sets. So while beliefs are in your body, you've got to heal that. And then personality traits are your identities. And then discipline is just being steady all the time. Skill set is really taking action. And a lot of people force this. If you haven't fixed your beliefs, your identities, and your disciplines, skill set, which is kind of like the final thing, you can't practice these skills if you're feeling destroyed on the inside. Otherwise everyone would be like rich. Everyone knows what they need to do. It's just that you've got so much other shit bogging you down. Bad emotions, bad thoughts, pain in your body, that you can't go do these skills. It feels like torture. If I say, go do this, go do that, you're like, oh, I really don't want to do it. It's like, why don't you want to do it? It's because your emotions, you're holding on to stuff. Your thoughts, you're holding on to stuff. Your body, you're holding on to stuff. You've got to release, relax. Just relax. Take a deep breath. Feel so chill, so full, and empty yourself of all these labels and categories and judgments. What's good, what's bad. Just relax. Relax your body. Relax your emotions, relax your thoughts. And then once you do that, you'll see so many beautiful thoughts coming to you, so many beautiful emotions, and so many beautiful actions. It'll be effortless. But it does take practice. It's not just going to come to you like that. Okay, you just got to do little things, just a little bit. It's like going to the gym. I do a lot of training, so I do Ironmans and stuff, and been going to the gym for a long time now. And if I don't exercise for 2 or 3 weeks, which is rare, but I've got an injury now in my Achilles, and I've been running for 3 weeks now. I just started running yesterday. I just did 20 minutes on the treadmill. But same thing in the gym, I don't need to do a lot. I go 1 or 2 sessions in the gym, and suddenly I've got this muscle memory that my body knows what to do, and it takes less time for me to become fit. Same with your spiritual practice, your internal practice. The more you practice it, the less you need. Like over this weekend, I was feeling quite down, quite drained, but just like 5 minutes meditation, and I get back so quickly. I don't need to do 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes if I go to events and stuff, that helps, but you just need a couple of minutes. You'll get back into a state like that. You've been building a business. This end result, you thought it would get you what you wanted. You thought it would get you what you want in life. But it's not about that. Okay, it's about the internal journey. If you think about age, I'm 40, late 30s, I haven't achieved what I want yet, then you're really not going to find that happiness inside of you. So if this resonates with you, click on my website. I've got a link just below the video. And I've got a fun quiz, to find out where you think you're going wrong in your business. So go click on the link below, and then I'd love to talk to you about how we can help you grow your business.